what's Missin Curfew? It's when you kind of play guilty, but you show up.
How nice is a green light on the road, though? No practice tomorrow, no plane, just go.
Scotty Upshaw in the clear, and he scores! Right in front, scores!
A few laughs, a little bit of fun, and obviously a lot of hockey talk.
You're listening to Missin Curfew.
Fellas, before we dive into these curfew calls, let's not forget, this show is presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Fellas, coming to you from Hall Pass Media in Newport Beach, this is Missin Curfew. Curfew Calls Edition. Obes, the Updog. KC and the Ice Pick in the production studio. This is curfew call number 7, Updog. Be rolling out fucking probably right near Labor Day almost. It's already be winding down here, fella. I won't be able to wear this yellow shirt maybe when this one comes out.
Time for the black party, bud. Time for the black party.
What do you
White
think of this
jeans or...
What do you think about this color? It's okay for the summer, right? Like, or is it too much?
Buddy, your tan's always in tippy-top shape.
No, but the color.
Yeah, no, so I'm saying it works with the tan.
Fair.
If you didn't have a good tan, yellow is an odd color to wear. I mainly just because I wear yellow. Sometimes I look at it, I'm like, I need to be on the Mediterranean in Cabo.
Yeah.
Somewhere where I'm like actually
Mykonos.
post burn into the brown.
Yeah.
This is just, yeah.
You're always good with the colors. You've always been a color guy. Like, I'm a pretty basic guy, and throughout our career, you know that. Like, black jeans, black Johnny VT, and a black leather jacket. But summertime now, I'm trying to get some more colors into it. I want to really brighten it up. And then after Labor Day is over, I'll go back to but I'm trying to go Upshaw style and break out the teals and the pinks and the yellow and the baby blues. It's summertime. Like your hat. Look at that hat. That's a summer hat.
This is summer hat. I think our sauce hockey, our swag has been proper on our color selection.
Yeah, I went summer line.
Light green.
Yeah.
The pinks.
Mm-hmm.
The red.
I did a couple
blue,
little, like a light orange. I did like a gold.
Yeah.
That's kind of a yellow.
Like all these little colors here that you see on
those colors on your hat are great.
Curve.
I love pink, teal, and like a light blue like that. We have all those at Missin Curfew.
This is
sauce hockey.
This is what, so Meldman, for example, will
what do you think?
Wear anything than a pink hat.
What? Give me your honest opinion. I designed that. Sorry about the weather T-shirt. I don't know what I was really going with here, boys. But jump in back there, Ice Pick and KC. I don't know. I just picked that. I picked that little sun thing off the website, and I just said, right, sorry about the weather above it.
If that was that color, I need to see it. But if it's that color,
it's just supposed to be this color. It's supposed to be yellow.
What kind of T-shirt is that?
This is a James Purse.
Yeah. So those are nice.
I went back to James Purse. The price isn't awful.
Yeah.
They do these nice things too, where like you
buy 3 get 1 off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like I don't really care about my style anymore. Like, see, up here, I did a couple peaches. Look at a little peach there for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Like, it's getting into the fall, so now you're getting into like your greens and a little dark
oranges,
navies,
pumpkin.
Ooh, pumpkin. Yeah, thanks.
Pumpkin pie haircut and freak.
Yeah.
But what do you think of that? So go back up. I wish I had that fucking one. Sorry, go back down to the peach one. Keep going down.
Peachy.
Right there.
Oh, right there on the left, that fella.
I thought about you when I said this. I said I think I'll be with like peach. OG Sunset we went with. That was all sauce. I didn't come up with that.
Yeah, that's okay. Our boy Smitty's doing a good job there on the sauce. It's a good website. Easy to use.
Yeah. We got a lot of fella tarps. Those are the original fella tarps there, the blue and the pink that we designed from day one.
Old Stewie and fucking the boys.
Yeah.
It's a long time ago now.
When we were slinging our own merch.
Yeah, I like that green. I like the blue.
Yeah. That there's a teal. That's like a San Jose Shark teal.
You just got to have balls to wear like the pinks and the shit.
You've always had that. You've always had the ability to wear.
You gotta just trust it. It's like hitting the ball over the water with a 225 shot. You're thinking 4-iron or
you had these nice teal when we played golf with Flowers loops back in the start of summer, and you had these teal. They're nice G4. You hit a good shot. We're like, great shot, Updog. We're like, fucking Updog, what a shot. Loops like, yeah, but could you imagine putting on those shorts? Yeah, but could you imagine putting on those shorts, Obes? And I fucking laughed. I'm like,
baby blues?
They were nice. They look good. I'm like, they look good. He's like, oh yeah, he could pull them off. But could you imagine putting on those shorts? I'm like, there's the old Sunshine State Fuck Fest. By the way, shout out to the boys at DraftKings Network that do the hockey show. The two dudes. I can't remember their names, but the one guy at the start of playoffs when was the Sun. He wore that on their show. That one. He had it before the start of Fuck Fest.
He's Panthers, so he wore the.
Yeah, he wore that one. Yeah. With you came up with that name, the Sunshine State Fuck Fest.
That's exactly what it is, and we've seen it how many times now? 3-0.
Crazy, right? Look at a nice line.
Yeah. Is there a Battle of Alberta? That's it.
No, we should do one though. That's smart.
Is anyone rocking that white sleeve tarp there?
So those ones, the jackets,
Yeah.
those are heavy. Those are too heavy and too expensive. What are they selling for? Those are the like really winter. Yeah, $400. I was like, Smitty, no one's gonna pay $400 for it, but they're nice. They're
the jackets we used to get, like team jackets back in the day. That was
so
what you're going.
that jacket there is like the one we got. You ever get the NHLPA one for 400 games?
Yeah.
Like what are they called? Lettermans with the leather.
Mhm.
They're exactly like that. They're warm. I got a couple at home, but they're just too heavy for unless you're living in fucking Canada. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But yeah,
Give
so
yourself a couple t-shirts, fellas. Hey, it's
a
football. Nice
little self plug here for the boys at Sauce Hockey. Check it out here. Uppy's World. Like those hats turned out great too. Christmas sweaters. We got it all. Parlay Cafe. Back up the Brinks truck. Up dog. As these curfew calls roll on, buddy, we've been doing it all summer. Kind of taking a glimpse back into our off seasons when we played. You know, working out this and that. This time of year when this one will roll out. You know, halfway through August or whatever it's going to be. I want to talk to you about Amex bills and no paychecks, right? We get paid unbelievably through the course of the season, right? We get how many paychecks a year? 13?
Yep.
12 or 13?
12 or 13 every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks it comes. Doesn't matter if you're minus 20 or whatever. They got to give you that paycheck. But fast forward so you get your last paycheck this first week of April, basically, right?
Yep.
So you got to go April, May, June, July, August, September, second week of October before you really get it. So now we're into 7 months really of where we haven't got a paycheck of being a National League hockey player. And our lifestyles come summertime so at this time of the year, I think I was talking to you Loops being like, boys, I need a fucking paycheck. And now you would get your playoff bonus, right? If you made it to the first, so I made it to the second round 3 years in a row. So I knew I had that coming. I was like, oh, that'll be whatever, 20 maybe. I'll cover half the Amex bill from July.
That's that weekend.
That's our trip to the Hamptons. But like hockey players, when you get them going this time of year, and they're itching to get camp over with, and you're itching for that paycheck.
Yeah. It's to mix in a Euro trip or splitting up a boat.
Music festivals.
Yeah, music festival, and you just kind of get in that groove of like, I was glad. I always had great representation. And that's one thing I would say to a lot of guys if you're like tiptoeing, if a hockey guy's listening to this or, whatever facet of life, it's nice to have someone you trust, like help you guide through your financial things. So invest wisely.
Yeah.
But anyway,
100% on that.
And you just want to have like peace of mind that you're not blowing through everything. You're not overstretching yourself. Yeah. Long-term goals, short-term goals. But yeah, like, the paychecks were nice, and the best thing is that you and I went through playing in the minors, for example, and the fight and the pain to get back up to get like a real paycheck, because down there, everyone's there and you're making, what are you making? $1,500?
Yeah, my first year in the jungle, I made
a week,
45,000, 50, 60 or something. I made.
So yeah, you're pulling home what, like $4 or $5 grand a month, and it's not perfect. And then you get up to the NHL knowing that, hey, this is showtime again. I'm flying on the private bird. I'm not on the iron lung. My paychecks are $40,000. It was a game changer. It made you work that much harder. So that sort of thing going into camp and training in the summer. You're like, okay, I gotta keep this up.
Yeah.
These kids are coming.
No, that's true.
We had Marty St. Louis on it, earlier in the spring. We had
fun.
And he made an effort to say, like, it's so competitive now. What do you draft? 7 guys? You draft 7 players, and they all come in and they're just competing, and you have like one training camp or these summer camps to do it. Well, when these kids get up there, like, they're coming. So it's tough. Like, now we look back at our time of getting, we had our 3-4 year deals towards the end.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, it's highly competitive now. You better stay on top of your game, because when those paychecks stop coming, boys.
Yeah.
Got to learn how to.
I was on 1 year
podcast.
I was on 1 year deals too every goddamn year. Loophole sided 5-year extensions left, right, and center. I'm
makes you work hard. Fuck.
Yeah.
Got to grind it. Got to grind.
Yeah, it was part of the way. It actually, honest, like, it kept me going. Like, I was spending way too much money. I mean, my old financial advisor, every month he would like, oh, you're spending too much. I'm like, dude, I can see the fucking bill too, right? I don't need you calling me and just reiterating that I know how much my Amex bill is supposed to be, and I saw the statement, right? I get it. You're just going to call me every month and tell me it's, but at the same time, it motivated me to be like, okay, if I'm going to live this lifestyle and have fun, I got to stay in the league. I got to work. I got to go to those workouts that I don't like. I got to fucking, grab the short fork. I can't fucking eat like a pig. If you want to go to the Hollywood Hills and chase trim with the boys, you know what I mean? Like, and I just wrote down here, like, I don't want to say took for granted the paychecks, but like, I think if I knew how hard it was to make money, that maybe I would have been a little more frugal with my money. Like, I didn't quite realize that, like, when you're done playing hockey and you get out in the real world, how hard it is to really make money. Yeah. Like, some people are really good at it and make it look super easy. Other people have jobs that they do for 30 years, like Pat O'Brien at GM and whatever it is. But like, if you're just trying to start up or get investments, or it's fucking a cage match out there, man.
Well, yeah. And then you think every dollar you spend is a dollar that's already been taxed. That's getting taxed when you spend it. You're paying all these fees on top of that. And in order to have that dollar in your bank, it's nuts. And to go earn that another dollar, it's tough. We're kind of, let's just not say that. Like, it's not perfect for the guy that's working and fucking trying to save that dollar. Oh, and they fucking hit you every which way when you spend it. So yeah, if I have kids, and I will try to teach these kids one day the value of it and just how hard it is to make, you just touched on it, hard to make money. Got to have an education, got to be smart, got to have good parents. And I was lucky. I had good parents that worked their balls off. Without them doing that, there's no God's given chance I would have had this, opportunity that I had. And yeah, you got to take that in consideration, all walks of life.
It's hard to save for the average person, right? Like, if you have kids, I think about my sister and my brother-in-law, Tommy. He's a steel worker, iron union guy, like build the big fucking skyscrapers in Toronto. He goes up there. It's crazy. He loves it. But I mean, all that guy does is work. It's all he does. He makes good money, but he doesn't have any time to spend it, or he just works, raises his kids. It's all he fucking does. I'm like, every time I see him, I'm like, dude, I commend, like, I couldn't do what you do. Yeah. Like, I don't know what I would be doing. Selling dope or something. I don't know. But like,
my brother, Brento works a hard life. He gets to spend a lot of time with his kids, watching his kids grow up, supporting them now as they're getting older into their sports. But he's 4 or 5 years away from being like, his little Avery, who's now 11, 12, being out of the house, which is crazy. Yeah. But until then, it's a grind. And for guys, that work hard and support your family, like, hats off to you, because it's fucking, that's what real men do. They work for their family.
And I'll tell you what, looking back on our, our off seasons, or the season we would call it, when, we were just always doing shit, right? It was every weekend. And like, we all loved doing stuff, and we were all single. We were. But Loops loved doing stuff too, right? If it was a concert or a ball game or a trip to San Diego or what, it was just like every weekend we were doing something. And I remember my first year I retired, Mac and Loops were like, you were still playing. Like, hey, let's go here. We're going here. We're going here. And then finally I had a conversation with myself, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I physically, financially, I cannot say yes to like, there wasn't anything throughout my career I didn't say yes to. I'm like, you want to go here? Yeah. I didn't even care how much it was. I'm like, yeah, let's go. This is going to be unbelievable, which was awesome. We made great memories. But when I retired, I realized quickly, thank fuck, that I was like, I can't just, I can't be going to every single fucking trip and party. And,
tell me about it. It never stops. It never really stops. There's something to do every weekend if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's about picking your times.
I've said no so many times now, I don't even get the invites anymore, but that's okay. That's like, they're just like, oh, isn't gonna come. And it was a transition period early. Like, I'd be like, no, I'm not coming. Luke's like, what the fuck you mean you're not coming? Mac all around. I'm like, boys, can't do it. So now they just realize,
you're still having fun. You're good.
Oh, I love my life. I have a great life, but I'm just saying, when you retire,
doing more things than Loops right now. Loops is dad life.
This is the first time Loops has been, I'm not saying like grounded by his parents, grounded flight wise. By life. This is the first time since I've known him that he can't literally go somewhere right now. Yeah.
Because he's been on the move. Yeah.
He's been on the move. Like, you think about it. He's been on the move, especially when he stopped playing, right? He obviously, his career didn't end the way I think it should have. I don't know how he feels, but like the way I think he could have kept playing, but he decided to, his back was in one. And ever since then, man, he's just been going. Going. So bored like a banshee.
Can't stop, won't stop.
So boys that are in the league, we feel your pain. You're almost there. Save your cash. Get through training camp, and that paycheck's right around the corner.
But have a time.
Tell you what, that
Have
first
a time, though.
first paycheck into the season, you're like, oh yeah, I got 12 more of these babies coming. Let's go. Who we playing tomorrow? Who we got? Let's go.
Exactly.
Let's fucking go. KC, my man, let's start with a call. Let's do a
boys.
call.
I got a call from Mike from Muskoka. So here he goes.
Where's he from?
Muskoka.
Muskoka.
Oh,
Sorry,
the Muskokas.
boys. Yep, Mikey.
Fucking God's country up there, baby. Key to Bala.
Fellas, it's Mike in Muskoka. Would love to hear a bit of older school hockey stick talk, back when everything just wasn't a Bauer or a CCM. Maybe even a top 5 snake draft style of your fave sticks from back in the day. Like the Synergy, TPS Response, maybe a Nike Bauer 190. You guys grip guys, non-grip guys? Would love to hear it. Thanks.
Good question.
Great question.
Talk about spending money, boys.
Yeah, I forgot about KC.
Fuck, our stick's expensive now.
Can you put up the first like Nike hockey stick that he's talking about there? He said it. The Nike. It was just juice, as you would say, Ups.
I remember my first big stick. It was a Brett Hall Christian, and it had a huge fucking Tully on it. I remember that, huh? Remember that?
Which one? Sorry,
Christian stick.
Oh yeah,
it had the etching in it.
Yeah. Those were hard to break. You had to fucking. Is that the first one right there? That's a 2-piece. That's the old plug it in.
I had that barn.
Plug and play shaft.
Yeah.
Nike Ignite shaft, 6 shaft. Remember that, Ups? Remember you had to heat up the blade and heat up the thing and stick it in, and then the glue would get everywhere. You're like,
it was all my whole junior days. It was the glue. It was a glue phase.
So you were a 2-piece in junior. I was just a give me the old Sherwood CHL1, and it was like a goddamn 2x4.
They let that's what I used when I was 16, 17 in Kamloops. They let 5 of us use 2 pieces.
Yeah,
and then by the time I came back from Nashville, I was using a 1-piece. So in a matter of 3 years, I went from wood. 2 years of 2-piece, right to the 1-piece.
Yeah, so fuck, it's good. I wonder what I did. I think near the end of my OHL career, I was using a 2-piece. I was using a aluminum shaft and a sticker in there.
Because did you play as a 20-year-old in the?
No, I turned pro.
Okay, so that your 19-year-old year would have been the first year that junior players would have started to use the Synergy.
I think when 1-piece?
Yeah, 1-pieces.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't remember.
My World Junior stick was a 1-piece.
Was it?
Yeah.
Maybe. You know what?
Okay, so go to
see if you can pull up a picture of me playing for the St. Mike's Majors. I might have been using the center. I might have been using the Sin Bomb.
Yeah.
Shane O'Brien, St. Mike's. Just see. God knows what will come up here, but yeah, it doesn't matter. You're right.
go.
No, you're right. My last year for the St. Michael's Majors, I was using a silver Synergy Drury, and I scored 16 fucking goals, I think, that year.
Go to Upshaw Kamloops Blazers and see what pops.
But you're right. You're right, Ups. The last year junior,
yeah,
Sin Bomb. And then I went to turn pro, and my first year pro.
Look at that. There you go, right there.
Yeah, that's the stick I used. That's the stick I used in St. Mike's too. Look at you on the right there. Holy fuck, a little fat in the face, fella. Nice turtleneck.
Oh, good point. That's got to be a retro. I probably still got that. Go back. Go to one more photo. If there's another one, see what. Yeah, go to that. There's a 2-piece. That was my first year, Obes.
That looks like the Paul Correa Easton there.
Yeah, that's the butterscotch.
Look at you there, fucking digging. What are you using there in this jungle? Yeah, Eastern Sin Bomb.
That's the stealth. Remember the stealth that came out?
Oh, yeah. Who's that D-man behind you, number 4 from Hershey there? What's he using? I liked you wearing number 83 over there and wherever the fuck you were, Switzerland. I like that number on you.
83?
I like that number on you.
Yeah, I thought it was
a good European number, yeah.
So, yeah, I remember the Christian and Coho sticks as a kid were my go-tos that the old man was buying me in Pee-wee and stuff.
I got the Coho and the old Titan that Gretzky's. Remember the old Titan that Gretz? Pull that up, AC, please.
Red and white.
Red and white Titan that Gretz used to use. You get them at the gas station, fill up the old truck, and they give you the Titan Gretzky stick.
Big Guy's got one of those.
Right there. That's the one I would
You know,
fucking
Big Guy's
use.
got one of those in his garage.
Does he?
Like a Gretzky.
Signed by Gretz?
And yes, I think he's got it for,
Oh, shit.
he's got it for Knicks. Yeah. It's a sick twig.
Look at Gretz there. 6 style.
The TPM 2020, fellas.
I'll tell you what, though. Then you talk about getting to the jungle, and we're all using, I think it was my first 2 years, we were still good, right? Yeah, after the lockout had happened. Then remember they went to the CCM deal?
So bad.
So you come to camp, it's like, you had to use CCM. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to use CCM. Are you kidding me? Like, think about
And
that.
they were bad CCM sticks. They used to come, half of them would be like different curves, different lengths. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, smart by CCM, though, from a business standpoint of being like, okay, we're going to sign this deal with the American League, make all these guys use them. Then guys that were getting called up, they would still have to use CCM until they were established as a legit National Leaguer, right?
If your team was cheap.
Yeah, like I never got called up, but I made the Ducks, and I was using the CCM stick, and not till they told me I could get a place did they then allow me. I went to Warrior, because the Warrior guy was always around the rink, and I signed like some shitty Warrior deal, like no money, but wear the helmet, use the stick.
I bet you for our listeners,
And then I went to
they're
Bauer.
probably interested in wondering, like,
That's a good twig there, the vapor.
that process, right? Like, you'd come into camp, you'd have your sticks that you use all year. Trainer calls you, what sticks do you want? You come in, you're like, and then the Bauer guy comes, the Easton guy comes, the Warrior guy comes, and they all kind of want to, take you out for dinner or tell you stories. Like, fuck, do you remember a couple of the guys?
Oh, yeah.
Monte, Tony Monte's brother. He was our
L.A. afraid he was the fucking Warrior
Warrior
rep
guy.
my first.
So then they'd all be trying to get your business. Like in Philly, Nasty had such a great relationship with Bauer. Like me, Richie, we were all Bauer guys. If you look at like the way Richie
I
Thomas
guarantee I
was.
still got the Bauer guy's number in my phone here.
And shout out to my boy Ricky from Bauer. He's hooking my brother up with gear and stuff. It's great.
Brian Joy.
Brian Joy. Yeah.
And then as I moved on to Vancouver, Spencer Fear.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my 2 Bauer guys. Brian Joy, I bumped into Brian Joy. Fuck, it must have been a year ago now. See, I'm still using the CCMer there.
That is that was
So I got the Bauer gloves on Bauer bucket. But they wouldn't let me change my twig.
look at you, the Florida there.
Yeah. Speaking of Florida, I just saw that picture. Right there, that's perfect. I remember asking you this going into camp. I'm like, should I take my visor off or leave it on? And you're like, you've been wearing it for, you might as well leave it on. Like, you're like, imagine you took it off and hurt your eye. But looking back, I should have taken it off. Like when I went to camp, I should have
yeah. You're right.
I don't know. I just, my whole career I played without one, and that was my demeanor. And like, I remember Thordy was at camp. He's like, you have a visor on it. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to take it. I've had it on now. Like, God forbid something happens. And every time I see myself in a picture in Florida,
Yeah, totally.
I'm like, fuck. That's how I went out, with a visor on. You pussy.
No, sure, that's a good point. Like,
No, I don't know if you probably don't remember, but I asked you in loops. I was like, boys, and you guys are both like, imagine you got hit in the eye and you lost your eye after you've been wearing a visor for a year.
and we were buddies at Beast. So
Yeah. I'm like, you're right. But looking back, maybe I would have made the team. I'm getting the net there, though. I'm making a play there.
yeah, your head's up.
Hey, KC, what do you think of that style besides the visor, though? Look at what do you
You
think of that
used to
style?
get the net nice. You'd make a good first pass always.
You look nice there. I was just gonna comment on that. Nice style. I like the visor in that look.
You do, eh?
Yeah.
We both had the same style of curve.
You guys
just had a fatter blade.
You guys
right?
look kind of. This looks almost like Uppy. This photo. A little
Yeah,
bit.
me and Uppy had similar style.
Yeah. I like it though. Nice little Bauer helmet.
Girls in Nashville used to think we're the same guy.
Yeah. No, I got that a lot.
Yeah.
You know who you remind me of? I'm like, Scotty Upshaw? They're like, yeah. When I went to Nashville. I'm like, you bag him? Yeah, good. You want to bag me? Hey, KC, go back down there. Chip Chur, I was a pretty good fight. Who am I hitting there? 74. Yeah. Over Bada.
That was the night before the rookie party.
Yeah, it sure was. That's probably a penalty nowadays, right? I got my hands up. Look, I got my skate up.
I think that's a good hit.
Yeah, clean.
Verby.
Sorry, listeners. We're trying to work on so you guys can see what we're seeing. We're trying. Look at your boy Schwartzy there. I got that picture at my house. There's your boy Schwartzy.
Look, he used to wear number 9.
Pancaked him. Pancake breakfast.
And then Otter came in and he must have took it from him. Oh, and then Mandy, yeah.
Yeah. And then, you know what? Full circle. I went back down the jungle, and the first year they let me, or how did it work? No, in San Antonio, they're like, you can't use Bauer. You know, you got to switch. And I was like, all right. So I switched back to CCM, and I actually liked the sticks better and finished off my career using CCMs.
How many sticks do you still have that you use? Like, do you have any that you haven't?
Shout out to our boy Frosty.
Yeah.
So when we had to play in Shuppy's ALS game, and then shout out to Sheldon Lewitsky when we started doing the alumni game, I had no twigs. So Frosty hooked me up with somebody at CCM, and they still had my pattern, and he sent me 6 twigs. I got 2 left. I keep giving them out after the game in Aspen, so I'm down to 2. But I had no sticks left when I was done.
I mean, I'm looking behind us here at the fella tour here. I've got like probably a 7 or 10 year difference between my first couple Eastons that I used in Philly to those Bowers were Phoenix and Florida. And then I think the St. Louis would be on the left. The Warriors of St. Louis.
I use that same Bauer red and black one you used. That's yours, right? Upshall, yeah.
Oh, he's gonna bring me that's a Philly and a Phoenix one right there. That was my heyday, boys. Got 20 with the.
Let's see that Bauer one. Yeah, I use this exact twig. This is old. Same curve ups. I just had way more blade here, buddy. So mine was as thick as you could do it. I wish my cock was like as thick as you could do it right there. You know what I mean? Just so I could bat down passes.
This is a pizza shovel.
But we use the same curve. That's a jury, right?
Stoley Babe used to use this curve too, by the way, just a righty. But yeah, these were jury curves. Everyone back in the day just used to use this because there was only 2 or 3 curves in junior. You had the Sakic, you had this, you had the Medano. That's it.
It's crazy that you got the white tape that you used to have to put on to make it sticky. I finally got grip near the end of my curve, but I used to have to do the same thing.
I'd never go grip. I would always just use white tape, and then my knob was pretty similar the whole way through.
No dome, eh?
No dome.
A day of dome. 2 for high sticking.
Throw me a pass, bud. Throw me a pass.
Yeah, I can still snap you. We never get to play in the same team in alumni games. I'm always playing against you. I was chasing you around out there. That was a great question. Thank you to, what was his name, KC? From
Good old Mike.
Mike from the Muskokas.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's nice up in the Muskokas, man. That's where all the big dogs like Marner and Tavares, they're all shacks up there. Bieber. It's nice. Kitabala.
Yeah.
It's nice. Fuck.
Would you rather live there or Gazer?
Gazer.
Yeah.
Sure. Gazer. If I had Gazer.
But it's sick, right?
But Muskokas is so beautiful. Just Gazer, obviously, the tree bar.
Yeah, just the golf and then that.
Yeah. But there's some good courses there. Casey, look up Muskoka Golf. There's a couple nice ones up that like you can take your boat to.
Yeah.
Like you could pull your boat up to it and
Sweet.
get out and tee it up. But it's not like Gazer. Muskoka Bay, Taboo's a good one. And then the Muskoka Club or something's another one where you can kind of zip your boat up and park it there.
That's tits.
Yeah, there's Taboo Golf Course. That place is nasty.
Really?
Nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty. Great question. I'm not going to Muskokas this year. I'll be, actually, this one will already be out. I'll already be done my trip, but I'm going to just on this little lake off of Lake Simcoe, which is just north of Toronto still. Like, you know the Barrie Colts?
Yep.
Right around Barrie, or really a Barrie area.
Nice.
Yeah, taking the nephews, so. Great question. KC, I'll get a read one here. You cool with that?
Yeah, go for it, fella.
Whitey Bulger. Fellas. Been an absolute shitty start to the 2025 with tearing my ACL, and you guys have been instrumental in keeping me entertained on the couch and now in rehab. Who the fuck knew relearning how to walk was such a bitch? Hit us with some of your best golf gambling stories, whether it's Olds going too wild in a Calcutta or a fun $1 Nassau. Let's hear them, fellas. The one that I always remember is, we were both still playing, and we come back to Big Canyon, and the boys are like, we're playing Hammer. And we're like, what the fuck's Hammer? Like, they're like, pick your partner off the tee, or you can go alone. If you go alone, it doubles, this and that. Birdies, like, it can get going, right? So Updog was all fired up to play Hammer. And
Wolf Hammer,
yeah. And he went alone on the first one or the second hole and lost that one. And then we came to the par 3 on the back 9, and you went alone again. And you asked how much this putt was worth. They're like, how much putt is this worth? And it was worth X. And you're like, you're over the putt, you're standing there, and then you just look at the boys, you're like, I can't feel my fucking arms, boys. And we're like, well, definitely not going to make that one. But that one, from a gambling perspective, where I was like, we're in over our head here, because it got away on us, was the Hammer, Wolf Hammer.
Yeah, so basically, you get to watch everyone's shot, and then no one hits a good shot, and this is a par 3. No one hit a good shot, so I'm like, I'm going to go by myself. I put one to like 20 feet. I had a downhill putt, and I hammer them. And they accept, meaning the chip now lays in their hand, the hammer, and they can hit me back should, one of them hit a good shot. Well, they chip it tight. It's a pickup for par. I have a putt. If I make it, I scoop everything up with birdie doubles. I blow it like 6 feet by. Now I have to make the 6 foot at a tie, but we were hammered
back. Yeah.
So I'm now forced on a hammer. So it's triple the bet. And I got to pay all these fuckers if I miss.
Which was probably, what, five of us or 4 of us?
And I let it go. Remember? I didn't even take it.
No?
I didn't take it. I fucking ended up making it.
Oh, I thought we talked you into taking it.
No, I didn't take that one. And then I had another putt down the stretch that I took, and I shouldn't have took that one. So I was just flustered. But I couldn't feel my hands. I was so fucking nervous. I think I was like, my God, I can't even feel my hands.
I'll never forget that. Like, I can't feel my hands, boys. It's a Wolf Hammer. Watch out for that one. And then a couple summers ago, we were going up to play Bel Air. And I remember driving the Sprinter van with you. I'm like, Uppy, I don't want to go up here and lose fucking 5K, which I had on me. But he's like, no, I won't. So Mossimo, that fucker, you and Moss played me and JJ. And JJ was dealing with a bad back. And Moss was saying he was an 8 handicap, which fucker shot 71 on me with the nicest pair of slacks I've ever seen. And then you birdied 18 to just fucking stick it right up. Well, you know what? And it was 5 Gs exactly. I think I only gave you 3, but
yeah.
That's the most I've ever been rinsed.
I've had some good ones at Chileno Bay. One I just rinsed Ryan Wald. It was at K-Wash's 50th birthday. I rinsed him, and he started to get all backtracky and fuck, I'm not paying. That wasn't right. You guys are cheating. I'm like, don't even go there. The next day, I got rinsed for like $5,000. That just always happens where you beat someone and there's an issue there and they don't pay. And then you play another game the next day, you get rinsed, you pay, and now you're just in the hole, right?
Yeah. I've been there.
Huh?
Chasing it.
Fuck.
I don't, that's why I love to gamble on the golf course, but I don't like to play for huge money because I don't want it to ruin my day and I don't want to have to try to kill someone out there either, right? Like, I got no problem playing hundos. 2 down autos. I like that.
Yeah.
Right? You can win 500, maybe lose 800, whatever.
Yeah,
that's not going to get crazy.
It's going to be nice to play for money.
I want a rematch, though, against you and Moss.
Yeah.
I saw JJ and Cobble. So how's the back feeling? Great. I go, we got to play Moss and fucking Upshaw. He's like, he remembered too. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, he had a bad back.
He was going to Vancouver literally the next day to get something done on it. And he's such a beauty. He just kept smoking a cigar, pressing you fucker. I'm like, hey. He's like, guys, don't worry. I'm going to make a birdie. I'm like, healthy, I think you would, but you're literally like, remember you couldn't walk the back 9?
Tough course to walk too.
Great track. And then for me, I'll never forget, I go up to Pine Canyon with Richie and we're playing a practice round. I can't remember this guy's name. He owns plumbing companies. He's a fucking absolute beauty. Him and his wife are awesome. He has 2 Lamborghinis, his and her pink Lamborghini. I wish I could remember his name, but we're starting the practice round. And Richie's like, hey, this guy will play for anything. He's a beauty. I'll play for. I'm like, I don't really care. And he kind of scrapes around 1, scrapes around 2, and then we get to 3, and you know how like everyone's like, what's your handicap? And he's like, I'm a 7. I'm like, you're what? He's like, I'm a 7. I'm like, I couldn't pass it. I couldn't. I'm like, I'll play whatever you want.
Yeah.
What do you want to play? And he was like, he wanted to get crazy. And look at Getsy with the Missin Curfew hat on there.
Oh, I remember winning that one. Yeah, that was sick.
I said, I'll play you. I think we were playing, I don't know, up 100 a hole or something like that, but I took him to the cleaners pretty good. When he said he was a 7 handicap and I was playing him straight up, I'm like, and this is before I knew him too, and he ends up being the greatest guy ever. Like, because you should see his shack up there at Pine Canyon. It's nasty.
Is that you wearing 39 there? And was that my training camp number? Go down, St. Louis.
39. No, that's not you.
From me, right?
No, fuck, you better stop on that. Yeah. Thank you for the question. That was a good little Whitey Bulger, buddy. Hey, rest up, fella. Thanks for listening. Rest up. Elevate. Ice. It's good for the knee. KC, let's go with another call here, my man.
Yes, sir. Here we go. We got a call coming in right now.
Fellas, Kyle Chazowski here. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Maybe the first player from the Western League to call in on the Missin Curfew calls. First off, just wanted to say thanks to the fellas. Huge fan of the pod. I've got the whole team in on the Missin Curfew podcast. Boys love you. We love to snap around fellas around the rink. Big fan of throwing the guys on the milk carton as well. Big question here. I want to throw this one at Uppy. Back in the day, playing in the Western League, being on the Bone Rattler for so long, what would you guys get up to on that bus trip for 12, 15 hours going from Kamloops to Portland or up to Prince George? I'm curious what went on that bus trip. Thanks, fellas. Talk soon.
I'm glad he mentioned Portland, Obes.
Kyle,
There was the old Portland Road Show that we used to get all the time. And
was his last name?
I'll tell you about the road show. We used to play in Portland. After the game, these two Cougs would be at the restaurant where we would go have dinner. And then shortly thereafter, they'd follow us. Like, we'd jump on the bus and we'd have about a 4-hour ride back from Portland to Kamloops. And for the first hour, they would follow our bus and they would go left side, right side, and they would just gear down and show us plaster their tits up on the glass, and then like get out these like, they used to have this little thing they'd spin around like this and it said "show cock." And we're like left side, right side, like the whole bus. And we just looking at these girls, and they like not bad. Someone was saying they're sisters, but I never ever figured it out. But yeah, the old Portland Road Show.
So this kid, Kyle, thank you, brother. I wish I would have been part of that.
Did he play for Portland?
Played for Portland, and now he's the type of kid. Now he's going to go play for the University of Denver.
Oh, good for him. Look at 105 points.
Hey, look at those points last year.
Buddy,
105.
this for you, Kyle.
Awesome.
So look at that.
That's
That's
Portland Road Show, fella.
see, that's what's great now. This kid plays his 4 years in Portland, and now he can go play in the University of Denver and get another experience. That's awesome. How do you say his last name? Kyle Chizowski.
Chizowski.
Good style, fella.
Hey,
Mike Wazowski.
By the way, him saying that the boys in the Western League are listening to that makes me happy. That makes me happy.
So, but back to his question. Back then, we didn't even have cell phones, Obes, but there was, there's 3 movie screens. So it didn't have an iPad. There was 3 different movie screens. The back was the card table that was laid out with, we used to bring plywood, foam, and then pillows. And me and Jared Allen would share the one side, and then Colton Orr, Paul Brown would get the other backside. And we used to just have it was laid out like a bed. We had it for rocket.
Yeah.
It was sick. Rookies in the middle, behind the coaches.
Fucking rookie pukes.
And then fucking PP2 right behind them. And then
Where's the penalty killer?
and the power.
Where's the penalty killer, guys? Hey, listen, I your guys' bus rides. When I first started playing pro with you Western Leaguers, I for whatever reason, Western Leaguers were my boys, right? Because you guys are all fucking savages and beauties. But they would talk about these road trips you guys would do, and I was like, Jesus Christ, that's insane. Like, for us, we have to go up to the Sioux in North Bay and Sudbury Saturday night, and we're like, holy God. Schnarps. Play a ton of Schnarps. Lot of cards on the bus. And then you talk about the movies. There was only 4 movie screens. After a tough loss for us, we got a 4-hour bus ride. Me and Gratz would be playing cards, and someone would be like, somebody say something or whatever. And I would just always go, somebody die? Throw in a movie. You know what I mean? And then somebody goes in there and hits the movie. And then as my pro career started, I think they came out with those portable DVDs, remember? Because I just remember guys would have those big cases of DVDs, and you'd be like, hey, Ups, let me look at your case. What movie you got? And I borrow a movie from you.
Yeah.
So the portable DVD players.
You put them in your computer.
Or you could do that.
Yeah.
Or you could do that.
You should be able to put a CD in your computer.
But do you remember the boys would bring a big fucking thing of DVDs? It's like,
a little screen, you popped it open.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
God, technology. Now we're talking about women robots and shit.
Right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Played a lot of Schnarps, though. Schnarps was a great game. You play Schnarps in junior?
I was more. No, we never played.
Never played Schnarps?
What kind of card games were we playing? Pass the Ace.
Chase the Ace.
Chase the Ace.
There's the old DVD players. Yeah, see that little one on the left there? That's what I'd have in the HL.
Yeah, and you know what? I think they used to offer them on the team planes too. Do you remember that? You used to come on, they'd have a stack
in the show?
Yeah, do you remember that? Right away?
Maybe. Yeah, that one on the right there is about the one I had. It was nice. Throwing a big fucking skull mint after a game and just... Yeah. Especially that's only if you lost. If you won, you're playing cards.
Yeah.
But in junior, we didn't have any of those things. So we're 4 hours after an hour of
there was a lot of sleeping, man.
Somebody die, throw the movie.
The dub is no joke.
Dub is no joke.
I think about winter and now living up in the mountains for a little bit, how bad the roads can be. It's crazy that teams in the WHL travel around the mountains in the dark with, with a bus driver that's fucking
Fuck,
put on
oh,
miles,
oh.
miles and miles, and you are responsible for 25 human beings, in treacherous conditions daily. That's nuts.
Nuts. And guys are sleeping on the floor.
It's
And
nuts.
same in the American League, man. Fucking busing after games 6-7 hours and getting into the hotel or whatever. It's like, Jesus,
Crazy.
Yeah,
But shout out to all the bus drivers out there. Good
Hey,
guys.
guys, what were they on? There's some, what the fuck?
Adderall.
What was it? Was that?
Adderall, speed.
It was speed back then.
Had to be.
It wasn't even Adderall back. Just speed and coffees, right?
Something to get your
Always
blood going.
got to give the bus drivers credit. Like now that I'm older, like they didn't have to piss that much. Like if I'm driving that iron lung, I'm pulling over every. Remember that bus driver 7 hours wouldn't take a piss.
It's like an autopilot.
One piss break. He did
Crazy.
smoking darts on the.
Well, you knew like, hey, we're stopping this and stuff. We would stop.
Yeah.
You'd have to.
I mean, we would stop once.
Yeah.
Guys get off, take a leak, grab some food. But I mean, I'm talking if I go on a road trip every 30 minutes, I could pull over and take one.
That's true.
And he's drinking coffee to stay awake. So a lot of snarps, a lot of chewing. To answer your question, fella, a lot of chewing tobacco. Fuck, we used to chew like just those just spitters everywhere. And then you're a rookie in the OHL, you had to clean the bus after. Same in the dub. One of the grossest things I've ever done. Chew food, and then the American League, same thing. You're a rookie, and then you turn into a vet. Same thing. I leave my shit there. I'm like, clean up, boys. Clean up that bus after a fucking roadie.
Yeah.
Greasy. Kyle, good luck at the University of Denver, buddy. Thanks for listening.
Great question.
You made my day, my man. That's a great question. Casey, let's do another call-in.
Yes, sir. I got a perfect one to lead into that. Kind of about rookie initiations, boys.
Hey, fellas. Jay calling you here from Ontario, Canada. Love the pod. Boys, just wondering 2 quick questions. One, rooks always got initiated. The old days, they probably got carried a little too far. What's the worst thing you have to do as a rookie coming into any league, whether it was the dub or the O? And second, what's the worst one you were ever a part of? And the next thing is, I would love for you guys to have my childhood buddy on, all-time East Coast Hockey League goal scorer, a buddy by the name of Wes Goldie. Wes played junior B in St. Thomas with Jumbo, and then went to the Owen Sound. Obes, I know you'll love that. Played for the Platers, and then just never made it in the show. And I just want to know, I want people to know, maybe was it his partying, his extracurriculars? Was it a bad agent? He had the skills. And I think there are a lot of guys that fall into that, but they never quite get their shot. So just wanted to take on that. Love the pod, fellas. Keep it up.
What a beauty.
Yeah, I mean, he can score.
Well, let's see his OHL numbers there. Fuck yeah, 83 points at Owen Sound. Who's the PD Pride? PD Pride, that's the East Coast League? What fuck, where is that? PD Pride. Is that a real team? There they are.
Not active anymore.
No, yeah.
Tough name.
Tough name. PD Pride. You know what? In all seriousness, Ups, there's so many guys I played with, maybe not so much in junior, but in pro, that I was like, this guy could probably play in the NHL with a
doesn't
little
look
luck.
like a pussy either.
No, he looks gritty.
So I would say if you're putting up those numbers, there's been a lot of eyeballs on you. There's got to be something. So
Looking from that picture, I would say size. How big was he? Back in these days, you got to be bigger than he doesn't look very big. 6'1".
fuck, he's same size as me. Same, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not an excuse then. Must have been a booze bag. Must have been a booze. Must have been.
I like his
bag.
booze.
Must have been a booze bag. What was the question?
So about hazing. So I got a quick one. I was in Fort Mac. I was young. We're at a Pizza Hut team dinner in training camp, and the older guys. I first started learning about shoe checking, right?
Yeah.
So they were like, "Well, don't get like Fran, our coach, Fran Gal. He's like, don't shoe check him. He's ready for it. Put it in his pockets of his jacket, right?" So I'm like, what? They're like, empty the fucking ketchup into the pockets of his jacket, and we'll just do ding, 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 and it'll be on no one's shoes, and then we'll go check your pockets. And so I
Check your pockets.
I get the coach with like ranch sauce and ketchup. And he goes into his pockets, and it's the head coach, and I'm 16, and I'm just like freaked the fuck out. Well, the next day of practice, I get there. I came from high school, and all of my shit is not in my stall. And the guys are like, "Oh, Fran's not happy with you. He found out you coat checked him." I'm like, "What? Who told that?" And they're like, "I don't know. He just found out." And so he had my gear hung. The trainer and some of the older guys hung my gear in my arena, all on top of like where I'm looking up at the lights in the studio. Like he'd be hanging my the rafters. My fucking elbow pads were over here, and I had I was always late coming from school. I was probably one of the later guys to get to practice, and I'd have like 25 minutes to get dressed. He's like, if you don't get your gear all off there and on the ice in time, all the other guys are going to skate and you're going to watch. So all the older guys. And I'm like, fuck. So I'm just hustling. And sure as shit, I'm like 5 minutes late. All the guys are skating. They're like, yeah. And I remember like being like, fuck, man, it's not my fault. The guys told me to do it. Like,
yeah. I'm just trying to be a good guy here.
But you just ate it, right? You just ate it like a champ, and that's what earned the respect.
Yeah, exactly. I tried to shoe check Chris Pronger my rookie year, and I had everyone in on it. All the Niedermeyer, everyone. And I've told it before, but right when I hit his fucking foot, he moved it, and he fucking he stroked me.
Or he pinched you.
He gave me one, and then he dumped water on me.
Just water?
Yeah, he gave me like a fucking jab, and then dumped water on me, and then proceeded to order 2 of the most expensive bottles of wine on the fucking tap. It was my rookie party. Nick and Sam's, Dallas. Never forget.
A dark room too.
Yeah, fuck.
Couldn't.
Boys roll in on it. They're like, you won't shoot check Prong. They were kind of like telling me as a rook, hey Rook, like Solani and the boys who I love, they're like, hey, as a rookie, you got to shoot check prongs. And I love prongs. I'm like, fuck it. I was drunk. I'm like, let's do it. But to what you're saying, I was just trying to get the boys to. But anyways, the one rule in the show was, and I'll never forget, Ryan Shannon, good guy from Boston College, won a cup with the Ducks. Ryan Shannon. He didn't really get like the veterans, right? And we had a veteran team. We had Solani, Niedermeyer, Pronger, Zaguerre, Marchand. Like we had O'Donnell. We had a veteran squad. And I kind of kept telling like, hey fella, don't go eating before the boys and don't go on the plane. Like let's just sit here. We're not in a hurry. One day not only the first day he got on the plane before Prongs and Prongs warned him. And then the next time he ate before Prongs, and I mean the Prongs lay into him. Ooh. I mean fucking up and down. Wrong guy to do it. And Shanny was shook. And I'm like, Shanny, listen, man, like, it's just, first of all, it's prongs. Like, you can't fuck around with them. And, like, I've been trying to tell you, dude, like, just let these guys eat first. So we're not in a hurry. Where are we going? Just sit here and make sure all those boys eat. And that was the only thing throughout my career with rooks that I kind of instilled. Like, don't fucking be eating before me. Don't be on the bird before me. Don't be going through security before me. Just fucking, you're going last. That's how it works. That's one thing that I installed throughout my whole playing career. Maybe with like Landeskog, I'll be like,
back that.
Like that. Go outside. Yeah. It ain't, but you can't go before the boys, you know?
No, but it's almost just common sense at the same time as it is like you just don't know.
Yeah, he didn't really know.
If a Czecho or a Russian or, someone comes in, they don't speak the language and they don't know what the fuck's going on. It takes 1 or 2 guys just to keep them in line, tell them what's up.
Yeah, and then
it's all part of being on a team.
Obviously there was some hazing back in the day, which we don't need to get into, but I had great teammates in junior. Some of my veteran guys in junior, Brick Kluche, Derek Campbell, Nathan McIver. They're great guys. I loved them. I always wanted to hang out with the older guys, right? That's just how I was. And then the hardest thing about being a rookie in the OHL and the AHL is the little stuff of like we said before, cleaning the bus, having to air out all the gear, grabbing guys. Like it wears on you through the course of a year. You're like, fuck, I just played 3-3 too.
Totally.
I don't want to fucking clean up this goddamn bus. It's going to take me another. And then some veteran guys, you'd be like, hey, you're hang my gear. Right? Okay, hang my gear.
It's all part of it. Like you look back, like 3-4 years of junior, it's like,
yeah,
the first year you're lifting guys' gear, you're fucking cleaning up the room, you're cleaning up the bus. You're waiting in line, and then you go through phases and you learn, and then once you get to pro, it starts all over again.
Yeah. I remember when I went back down to the jungle, I think I've told this before too, but I went down and talked to the trainer. I'm like, listen, I don't want to be this NHL guy coming down here, but I'm not fucking hanging my own gear. So let's work out a situation here and a number.
Yeah. So let me ask you this question. So a guy plays, so say like for me, for example, use me.
Yeah. I
played 16 as a rookie, right? Junior hockey.
Yeah.
We're a great team, and we win the Royal Bank Cup, but it's not the dub. Okay. So I was already at the Dubs training camp.
Yeah.
But I left, went back. 17, I get there. And I'm like, I don't want to be the guy fucking carrying the gear.
Yeah.
What is your thoughts on that? Like, it's my first year in the dub.
Yeah, you got
Wear
it.
the gear.
They don't care that you won the Royal
I
Bank
know.
Cup.
See, I was
They
kinda
don't
went in-
care.
I went in maybe with a little like attitude to be like,
And
fuck.
Yeah, and some of them were probably jealous that they lost in the Royal Bank Cup final when they were in it back a couple years ago or whatever, right? Guys that were already in the league that played.
Yeah, but a lot of them didn't. A lot of these kids just went right to the dub.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they didn't give a fuck about the Royal Bank Cup.
Totally.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a rookie, 16-year-old in my hometown, and then I went to junior next year, was rookie again. So I did the same thing as you.
I think I carried a little bit of an attitude that year.
Did you?
Which is probably why I was good, actually.
Like, because you won the Royal Bank Cup, you thought like,
And then I was CHL Rookie of the Year the first year.
now that'll make your cock fucking hard.
Yeah,
Or CHL
but I
Rookie of the
still like don't look. I want to say I helped with the bags as a rookie, but I know going in I didn't want to because I had just done it for a full year.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really it's hard,
Back
man.
years. I
And
felt like fuck. Did
like,
this all year.
you gotta-
I had 12, 20-year-old guys.
Yeah. And not to mention, we're forgetting about this too, where, in the American League and the dub and the O, like you got these big carts, right? So you got to bring the carts in for the trainers and bring all those and bring in the extra bags and bring in the stick bags and then bring in your own bag and then grab the captain's bag. And it's like, dude, I just fucking rode the bus for 7 hours and played 3-3. That is to answer this question, is that to me was the hardest part of being a rook. Like, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do this. And then as soon as you're done, you're like, nice.
Yeah. Teaches you everything in life is being on a hockey team.
And then
Fucking from the goods to the bads to the tough and the fun.
I remember my first road trip, and as a rookie, it wasn't my first road trip, but as a rookie, I would take my bag and throw it on in Anaheim especially, and then when I went to Tampa. But my second year in Tampa, like, when the game would end, I would just take my stuff off, put it in my bag, and just leave my bag. I just leave it. It would be done up, but I just leave it. And the next thing you know, it's just you show up to the rink in fucking Carolina, and there it is. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, what a league this is. This is unbelievable.
I'd always bring mine out to the hallway.
I did that my rookie, but not when I got in the league. No, I left her.
I'd always.
I took care of the trainers.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I was not taping my sticks a lot of the time or cutting them.
Yeah,
towards the last. I would say, this is my stick. Can I get can you do me 3 tonight when I get to the ring? I wouldn't do it every game. New laces though, I never like doing my laces.
There's a guy we play with, D-man, skilled defenseman, Armstrong. We used to call him Leg Week for whatever reason. Weeksy we called him, but every game, every fucking 82. I think he played all 82 too. New laces every game.
Wow,
crazy. Imagine putting it every game. I hate it. And there's nothing worse. I was always a lazy fuck. I look at my lace, I'm like, that's okay. Right? And I go tighten it, breaks. Now I'm up against it. Right? Now I got to put a new lace in, or I go out and start the game, and I look down and my laces are blown out. I'm like, fuck you, dummy. You just should. You had 2.5 hours before the game.
Were you a wax lace guy?
Yeah.
Double
120 wax.
Thick or thin?
120 wax, thin. Normal. 120 wax.
I would go thin, non-wax. I liked it a little bit of stretch at the end of it.
Stretch
The
out
wax?
a bit. Stretch it out a bit, eh?
Yeah, scrape the sides, eh?
KC, throw me up a 120 wax lace there. See what she looks like. Crispy.
Howie's made a nice lace.
Crispy. They're just nice and tight.
The referees get their own lace now?
Do they?
What's the referee
Put
lace?
your whistle away, for fuck's sakes. So you would go 120.
No,
just
go 105.
108.
No, 108.
108.
No, I'd even go 96.
Ooh.
Yeah, I liked it limited. But even now, when I go skate in men's league, I'll cut my. I need my skates with the laces looking good. Like, I don't necessarily have the 98s now, but I'll take my 108 and trim it right down to the max.
Trim it right down to the max?
Yeah, I'll cut it. Jovo used to do that to every pair. As soon as he's done with his first time, he did the loop,
Cuts
and
it.
the knot, cuts it.
Because he doesn't want his laces hanging out, which I respect.
I like that.
So what I would do is I would tape my laces kind of to my. So I would do the 120.
Exactly what you're talking.
Yeah, you said we played it. Yeah, you know.
I know
So that because I didn't want my laces hanging. I thought that was a bad look.
Yeah, you tape them right to the side, tuck it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your first, I made the league moment, like when it comes to equipment, and I'll go first just so you know where I'm going with this. Name on my gloves. When I finally made Anaheim, halfway through the year, I talked to the Bauer guy, and he's like, yeah, okay. And they came in the one day. I remember, I'll never forget, I grabbed the 2 pairs. My trainer's like, your gloves are here. I grabbed them, and it's O'Brien. I was like, fucking A. That is NHL. Because you don't get that in junior. You didn't get that in the American League. You had to play in the league to get O'Brien on your gloves. And then as it went on, I got Obes with a 55, and I was like, this is NHL. This is National
I
League.
think it was just something similar, but but probably like different colored practice jerseys
Yeah.
coming in, knowing like you're on one of the lines and your name bar is like on the back.
Yeah.
Like, because they used to have the Velcro name bars. It would be, you know, you had the green, red, yellow, and blue.
Yeah.
Right? Green, red, yellow, blue, 4 lines. And the D would all wear white or whatever. And, you know, if you're on one of those lines, you're fucking...
You're in.
Yeah, you're in. So fuck.
It's funny you say that. This is halfway through my career now, but I'm on a 1-year deal in Denver, and I know I'm talking to Pitter. I'm having a great camp, Pitter, and I think I'm going to be top 4. And we're playing in Vegas at the old MGM, and I walked in, and it was Johnson Hayda, Quincy O'Brien, top 4, and I was like, fucking right. And that was our team. And I played top 4 all year, but I'll never forget coming in and seeing right, because I'd just been in Vancouver and Nashville where I was a 5'6" guy. It's been a while since I seen myself in the top 4 pair, since Tampa. And I was like, here we go. I'm going to get a chance. Let's fucking go. And I got off to a fucking good start.
Awesome.
And then I started drinking too much for the second of the season. Look at there. Up dog.
Yeah, there you go.
See, that is, hey, KC, Picky, Ice Pick, that's NHL right there.
$99, folks.
That is fucking NHL. You let's buy those and put them in the studio. Put down the company card. Get those in the studio. Stinky, probably smell like box. Those uniforms were awful. Go back to those uniforms. Those were awful.
Terrible. Looks like a dog.
looks like Hank. Looks like Hank. Looks like Hank.
Dog.
Up dog. Always fun taking the curfew calls with you, my man. Thank you to Kyle, Casey, Conway, Max, the Ice Pick pickup, and to you beauties out there for making these curfew calls happen. You guys are unbelievable. Up dog. That was Missin Curfew, fellas.